pyrimidine nucleotides. Okay, so welcome to medicinal biochemistry class on nucleic acid metabolism. So today we will learn biosynthesis and degradation of pyrimidine nucleotides. Okay, so at the end of this class, the student shall be able to recall sources of elements for de novo pyrimidine synthesis, explain de novo pyrimidine synthesis, explain pyrimidine synthesis by salvage pathway, explain that is a recall metabolites of pyrimidine nucleotides, explain degradation of pyrimidine nucleotides. Okay, so we will begin with biosynthesis of pyrimidine nucleotides. Just like purine nucleotides, the biosynthesis of pyrimidine nucleotide also happens by two pathways. One is de novo synthesis, where the biosynthesis happens from the scratch, and another one is salvage pathway, where the nucleic acids or nucleosides are used, or nitrogen bases are used from the catabolism of nucleic acids, obtained from catabolism of nucleic acids, or the catabolism of nucleic acids that is consumed from food. Okay, so we'll begin with the de novo synthesis of this pyrimidine nucleotides. Okay, so here some of the few important features of this de novo synthesis of pyrimidine nucleotides is this is a shorter pathway than purine biosynthesis. Okay, so it requires only 6 steps, whereas de novo purine biosynthesis required 11 steps. Okay, so pyrimidine ring here is made first, and then the ribose phosphate group is attached, whereas the purine biosynthesis happens making ribose phosphate as a basement. So here only 2 precursors, mainly aspartate and glutamate, contribute to the de novo biosynthesis. Along with that, carbon dioxide from bicarbonate is used. Okay, so the product of uridine monophosphate is formed. So the product is UMP. Okay, from that various pyrimidine nucleotides are formed. Okay, so what are the sources of elements? I told like glutamate and aspartate. So these are the 2 groups. So here glutamate contributes N3 and aspartate contributes N1 and 3 carbons, that is C4, C5 and C6. C2 is contributed by carbon dioxide. So there are 6 steps in the synthesis of pyrimidines. Okay, so the step 1 is that is a synthesis of carbamoyl phosphate. So here bicarbonate will react with glutamine in the presence of 2 molecules of ATP and water to form carbamoyl phosphate. So the reaction is catalyzed by carbamoyl phosphate synthetase 2, CPS2. Okay, so here glutamine transfers amine group and glutamate is released. Okay, so here carbamoyl phosphate synthetase exists in 2 forms, that is CPS1 and CPS2. Here CPS2 is used. Okay, so CPS1 is an mitochondrial enzyme and it is dedicated to urea cycle. So we have seen this enzyme CPS1 in urea cycle and arginine in biosynthesis. Okay, so CPS2 is an cytosolic enzyme that is present in the cytoplasm and it is used in biosynthesis of pyrimidines. Okay, again, so this is an rate limiting step. This decides the rate of pyrimidine. Okay, so the second step is synthesis of carbamoyl aspartate. So that is, you're going to add aspartate molecule to the amine group. Okay, so here you have carbamoyl phosphate. So this carbamoyl phosphate, to this carbamoyl phosphate, what you're going to do is you're going to add aspartate. Okay, you're going to add aspartate group over here at this position. Okay, so here that is converted to carbamoyl aspartate. Okay, so that is converted to carbamoyl aspartate. So the next step is cyclization. Okay, so here carbamoyl phosphate is an activated compound. So here there is no energy. Energy is not required for this step. Okay, energy is not required for this step. And here aspartate trans-carbamylase enzyme catalyzes this reaction. Okay. So in the step 3, so there is cyclization. So the free ammonia group, amine group, will cyclize with the carbonyl carbon. Okay. So here the enzyme that catalyzes this reaction is a dihydroorotate. So here hydroxyl group is released, and you're going to get an pyrimidine ring. So that is a dihydroorotate. So that is called as DHO. Okay. So the fourth step is oxidation of this dihydroorotate. Okay, so here, so two hydrogens are removed. So this hydrogen and this hydrogen is removed, and it will create a double bond. So this reaction, so this compound is called as orotate. Okay, so this compound is called as orotate. So the two hydrogens are removed, and the reaction, so these two reducing equivalents are taken up by coenzyme Q. Okay, so these are taken up by coenzyme Q, that is the quinone of coenzyme Q. So quinone is reduced. So here the reaction is catalyzed by dihydroorotate dehydrogenase enzyme. A double bond is created. Okay. So in the fifth step, so after the formation of orotate, so here, so the fifth step is synthesis of UMP, uridyl monophosphate, by attaching the ribose phosphate moiety. Okay, so the fifth and sixth step. So here the orotate is, so to this phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate transfers the ribose 5-phosphate to orotate. Okay, so orotate phosphoribosyl transferase will catalyze this reaction, and pyrophosphate, inorganic pyrophosphate is released. Okay, so it will form orotate monophosphate, OMP. Okay, so this OMP loses carbon dioxide and forms uridyl monophosphate, UMP. Okay, so this is the overall pathway. Okay, so here in summary to this biosynthesis of pyrimidine, so the bicarbonate and glutamine react in the presence of, that is ATP. So it will form carbamyl phosphate. So this reaction is catalyzed by CPS2. Okay, so it is a transamination reaction and a rate limiting step which determines the rate of biosynthesis of pyrimidines by de novo biosynthesis. So then in the next step, aspartate group is transferred to carbamyl phosphate by aspartate trans-carbamylase. Okay, so it will form carbamyl aspartate. So the next step is cyclization. It will form dihydroorotate. So in the next step, oxidation of this dihydroorotate, removal of two hydrogens. So it will form orotate. Okay, so then in the fifth step, what happens is, so this orotate is converted to orotidine 5-monophosphate by attaching ribose 5-phosphate to orotate. Okay, phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate will transfer ribose 5-phosphate to the orotate. So this reaction is catalyzed by orotate phosphoribosyl transferase. Okay, so finally, so this OMP is converted to UMP, that is uridyl monophosphate by decarboxylation. So the carbon dioxide is removed to form UMP. Okay, so this is the first pyrimidine molecule. So that is synthesized by de novo biosynthesis of pyrimidine nucleotide. Further, this is converted to UTP and CTP. Okay, so UMP will undergo phosphorylation to form UDP, and then this will undergo phosphorylation to form UTP. Okay, uridyl monophosphate to uridyl diphosphate, and then to uridyl triphosphate. This UTP, by the action of CTP synthetase, so it will take up an amine group that will replace the oxygen group carbonyl carbon, that is oxygen that is present at the carbonyl carbon, to form cytidyl triphosphate, that is CTP. Okay, so here glutamine is the molecule that will transfer the amine group. It requires ATP, so that is why the enzyme name is synthetase. Okay, so this is CTP synthesis. Further, formation of DTMP, that is called as thymidylate, deoxythymidylate. Okay, so the formation of DUMP is carried out either by deamination of DCMP or hydrolyzation of DUDP. Okay, so for initially UDP is converted to deoxy UDP by removing oxygen at the second carbon of the ribose sugar. Then this is converted to DUMP by removing the phosphate group. Similarly, so DUMP can be synthesized from DCDP, that is deoxycytidyl diphosphate, is converted to deoxycytidyl monophosphate, so which can be converted to DUMP. Okay, so DUMP is converted to thymidylate by the action of methylene tetrahydrofolic acid. So it is converted to DTMP. Okay, so this methylene tetrahydrofolic acid will react with DUMP to form DTMP, that is thymidylate. So the reaction is catalyzed by DTMP synthetase. Okay, so further, so this DTMP monophosphate is converted to DTTP, that is thymidylate diphosphate. Then it is converted to its triphosphate molecule by phosphorylation reaction. Okay. So here you have the chemical structure. So here DUMP is converted to DTMP. Look at the structural difference. So an methylene group is attached, so which is transferred by N10 tetrahydrofolic acid. Okay. So the next is salvage pathway of pyrimidine synthesis. So for the salvage pathway, so it is just like an assembling process. So here uridine and cytidine will undergo phosphorylation to form UMP and CMP. So this reaction is catalyzed by uridine cytidine kinase enzyme. Okay, so if deoxythymidine undergoes phosphorylation by the action of thymidine kinase to form DTMP, and deoxycytidine will undergo phosphorylation to form deoxy, that is by the action of deoxycytidine kinase to form DCMP, and uracilthymine orotic acid. So uracilthymine and orotic acid, so they can get attached to phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate by the action of pyrimidine phosphate ribosyl transferase to form UMP, DTMP and OMP respectively. Okay, so this is the salvage pathway of pyrimidine synthesis. Okay, so the next thing is antimetabolites. What are antimetabolites? Those which interfere with the metabolic process of a certain biomolecule. Okay, so here antimetabolites of pyrimidine nucleotides will interfere with the metabolism of pyrimidine nucleotides. Okay, so these are widely used in anti-cancer therapy, chemotherapy of cancer. So 5-fluorouracil, one of the very widely used cancer drug. So this is an analog of thymine. It inhibits biosynthesis of thymine, that is DTMP and DTTP. Okay, so amino acid analogs, azathioprine inhibits synthesis of CTP, and folic acid analogs like methotrexate inhibits synthesis of DTMP. Okay. So there are certain nucleoside analogs like arabinosyl cytosine. So this inhibits biosynthesis of cytidyl diphosphate, that is because it is having structural similarity to cytosine. So look at the structure. So the only difference is the stereochemistry of this molecule. The OH group position is that is the second OH group is in the opposite positions. Okay. So this is about biosynthesis of pyrimidines and their antimetabolites. Okay, so now we'll learn about pyrimidine, that is degradation of pyrimidine and nucleotides. Okay, so here the degradation of pyrimidine nucleotides. So we will take up cytosine, a pyrimidine molecule. So initially it is converted to uracil. So here the amine group is replaced with the oxygen group. Okay, so in the next step, so this uracil will undergo ring opening reaction through a series of reactions. So and then it will form oridopropionate. Okay, further this will further break down and it will release amino acids, like free amino group is released, and then further alanine is released, along with that carbon dioxide and free ammonia is released. Okay, similarly thiamine, if thiamine is to be catabolized, so thiamine undergoes a ring opening reaction, so and then again it will form oridobutyrate, so which will further break down into carbon dioxide and ammonia, releasing amino isobutyrate molecule, another amino acids. Okay, so these are highly soluble products, these amino acids, carbon dioxide and ammonia, so which can be eliminated easily. Okay, so summary of this purine and pyrimidine biosynthesis is, so the IMP, that is inosine monophosphate, the purine biosynthesis, the first molecule that is formed is IMP, inosine monophosphate. Inosine monophosphate is converted to, so this requires how many steps? IMP, 11 steps, and then this is converted to AMP and GMP, and this AMP and GMP can be phosphorylated to form ADP and ATP and GDP and GTP respectively. So they can be formed, they can be converted to deoxy GDP and deoxy GTP, and similarly deoxy ADP and deoxy ATP. Okay. So summary of pyrimidine biosynthesis. So de novo synthesis requires a 6th step. So initially it will form uridyl monophosphate UMP, so which is converted to UDP and UTP, and it can undergo it can form deoxy UDP and then deoxy UMP, which will form deoxy TMP, and then it can undergo phosphorylation to form deoxy TDP and deoxy TTP. Okay, so this UTP can also further form CTP, CDP, and then deoxy CDP, and then deoxy CTP and deoxy CMP. Okay. So the summary of this overall nucleotide synthesis is purines are built on a ribose molecule. Phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate synthetase is the key step here in this purine biosynthesis. Okay, so the first molecule that is biosynthesized by de novo method is IMP, and that is further converted into various purine nucleotides. Pyrimidine ring is in pyrimidine biosynthesis, initially pyrimidine ring is built and then ribose sugar is added. So here CPS2 is the regulatory step. Okay, initially UMP is synthesized, further converted to various other nucleotides, and salvage pathway is very important because our body de novo synthesis is not sufficient for our body, so it does not provide sufficient nucleotides. So the food we consume from that, and then reutilization of broken down nucleotides from nucleic acids have to be utilized for effective supply of these nucleotides. Okay, so overall synthesis of purine nucleotide. So what you have to learn: site, its characteristics, sources of elements, then practice the pathway. Okay, salvage pathway. What is salvage pathway? Its importance and the enzymes that are involved. Lesch-Nyhan syndrome. Okay, formation of deoxyribonucleotides at NDP level is important. Antimetabolites of purine nucleotides. So this is for knowledge purpose. Degradation of purine nucleotides. And disorder, gout, very important from your examination point of view. Synthesis of pyrimidine nucleotides, so it involves 6 steps. Okay, so element sources, if you remember, it is easier to remember the pathway. Then salvage pathway is easy here. Okay, so then catabolism of pyrimidine nucleotides. Okay, so pathways you have to practice. Unless you practice, it is difficult. First understand, then practice. So comprehend reaction to reaction, that is called as clustering. Okay, so one, see the difference between the reactant and a product. Take one reaction at a time, understand, then practice. Okay, so happy learning. You have any doubts, you can ask me.